Military pay looks terrible at first glance. A civilian making $50,000 per year in an entry-level job. A soldier making $40,000 per year. The soldier seems poor by comparison. But here's what most people don't realize. Military compensation isn't just the salary. Add the 5% TSP match, the thrift savings plan. That starts from day one. Add the military housing allowance, $22,000 per year, tax-free. Add the pension that pays 50% of your salary for life after 20 years of service. Add the VA loan that lets you buy a house with zero down payment and zero PMI. Add the GI Bill that covers over $200,000 in education costs. Add free healthcare for life after service. And a dozen other benefits most people never think about. When you actually add it all up, every dollar of compensation, every benefit, every tax advantage, a 20-year military career builds roughly $2.1 million more wealth than an identical civilian career. A civilian who goes to college ends up with student loan debt. A military member gets a free degree through the GI Bill. A civilian pays PMI, private mortgage insurance, on their home purchase. A military member gets zero down payment VA loans with no PMI. A civilian's healthcare costs $15,000 per year. A military member's healthcare is free or heavily subsidized. In this video, I'm breaking down every single military benefit, what it's actually worth in dollar terms, and the total lifetime value calculation that shows why military service is one of the best wealth-building decisions in America. This isn't recruitment propaganda. This is a financial analysis. Welcome back to Faceless Millionaire. Today we're talking about a topic that doesn't get enough attention: military service and wealth building. I'm not trying to convince anyone to join the military. That's a massive personal decision with risks and trade-offs we'll discuss at the end. But if you're military, a veteran, or considering service, you need to understand the full financial picture. Subscribe if you want to see analysis on wealth-building opportunities most people overlook. Hit that like button if this changes how you think about military service. Quick disclaimer, I'm not military. I'm not a VA benefits counselor. The benefits and numbers I'm citing are accurate as of 2026, but VA rules change. TSP match rates can change. Healthcare benefits can be affected by budget decisions. Always verify current benefits with official military resources and VA.gov. Everything here is for education. Talk to a military career counselor or financial advisor for personalized guidance. Comment below. Are you military, a veteran, or considering service? Let's talk in the comments. Section 1. The immediate benefits package. What military members get from day one. Let's start with base pay versus the full compensation package. A newly enlisted soldier at E2 rank in 2026 earns roughly $24,000 per year in base pay. That's low. Less than many civilian entry-level jobs paying $30,000 to $40,000. But that base pay, that's only 40 to 50% of total compensation. Think of an iceberg. The salary is what you see above water. The real value is below the surface. The full compensation package includes housing allowance, food allowance, healthcare, TSP match, and other benefits. Military allowances. These are tax-free or partially tax-free, which makes them even more valuable. Number 1. BA, Basic Allowance for Housing. This is a monthly housing stipend. The amount depends on your duty station location and whether you have dependents. Example, a soldier stationed in San Diego with dependents might receive $2,100 per month in BA. That's $25,200 per year. This is tax-free income, not counted as taxable wages. Here's the actual market value. If the soldier rents an apartment for $1,800 per month, they receive $2,100 in BA, pay $1,800 in rent, and pocket $300. That's free money every month. If rent is exactly $2,100 per month, they break even. Housing is covered at zero out-of-pocket cost. Average across all military members in all locations, roughly $20,000 to $25,000 per year in tax-free income. Number 2. BAS, Basic Allowance for Subsistence, Monthly Food Allowance, roughly $400 to $500 per month. That's $4,800 to $6,000 per year. Also tax-free. Even if the soldier doesn't use it all on food, it still reduces their overall living expenses. Number 3. Clothing allowance. Annual allowance for uniforms and military-specific gear. Roughly $500 to $1,000 per year depending on branch and rank. Tax-free. Healthcare. Tricare. Military members and their families get healthcare for free or at heavily subsidized rates. Tricare Prime is the most common plan. Here's the cost comparison. Tricare, roughly $200 per month for a family of 4. Compare that to ASEA Marketplace Insurance, $800 to $1,500 per month for the same family. That's $7,200 to $15,600 per year in healthcare savings. And Tricare benefits include no deductibles on preventive care, no copay on mental health services, dental and vision coverage often included. And here's the big one, lifetime healthcare. Even after retirement from the military, veterans get VA healthcare benefits for life. Thrift Savings Plan Match. TSP is the military's version of a 401k. The military automatically enrolls new members in TSP at 3% contribution. Then the government matches contributions. Here's the match structure. Government matches dollar for dollar on the first 3% you contribute, then 50 cents per dollar on the next 2%. Bottom line, you get a 5% automatic match if you contribute just 3% of your paycheck. This is better than most private sector 401k matches, which usually are 3 to 4% matches and require you to contribute 5 to 6%. Example, E2 member earning $24,000 per year. They contribute 3%, which equals $720. Government adds 5% match, which equals $1,200. Total TSP growth, $1,920 per year. Over a 20-year career, $1,920 per year, times 20 years at 7% annual growth equals roughly $93,000 in TSP accumulation from government contributions alone. Combined with the member's own 3% contributions, roughly $185,000 or more in TSP by the end of service. Student Loan Repayment Program. The military offers repayment of up to $65,000 in student loans as a re-enlistment bonus. If you join with student loan debt, the military pays it off after serving 3 years. Value example. If you had $40,000 in student loans at 6% interest, you'd pay roughly $15,000 in interest over 5 years. The military saves you this entire amount by paying off the principal. Summary of Day 1 benefits. Just from pay and immediate allowances. Here's the breakdown. Base pay, $24,000. BA, tax-free, $22,000. BAS, tax-free, $5,500. Clothing allowance, $800. Healthcare savings versus civilian costs, $8,000 to $12,000. TSP match, employer portion, $1,200. Total annual value, $61,500 to $65,500. On a $24,000 base salary, this is a 156 to 172% increase in actual compensation. That E2 soldier making $24,000 is actually receiving $65,000 in total compensation. Section 2. The military pension. The wealth building machine. What civilians don't understand about pensions. Most private sector jobs have 401ks. Defined contribution plans. You contribute money, get a company match, then you own the account balance at retirement. You're responsible for making that money last for the rest of your life. The military has a pension. Defined benefit plan. After 20 years of service, you get paid a percentage of your salary for life. Guaranteed. Forever. Pensions are extremely valuable because they're guaranteed and they last forever. You can't outlive them. The military pension formula. After 20 years of service, 50% of your base pay for life. After 30 years of service, 75% of base pay. Real example, a soldier retires after 20 years at rank E7, earning $55,000 per year in base pay. Their pension equals 50% times $55,000 equals $27,500 per year for life. They'll receive this payment for 30 to 40 plus years. Real world example, the $1.5 million pension benefit. Soldier joins the military at age 22, serves 20 years, retires at age 42. Pension, 50% of $55,000 equals $27,500 per year. Life expectancy, age 85. That's 43 more years of pension payments. Total pension paid over lifetime, 27,500 times 43 years equals $1,182,500. If this soldier had instead built a 401k portfolio in the private sector, they'd need $750,000 to $1 million at retirement, using a 3.5% safe withdrawal rate to generate the same income. The pension is inflation adjusted. Mostly, military pensions receive COLA, cost of living adjustments. Every year, your pension increases with inflation, at least partially. This is rare in the private sector. Most pensions are flat. No inflation protection. The value of inflation protection over 40-plus years of retirement is massive. Without COLA, $27,500 in year one is worth only about $10,000 in today's purchasing power by year 40 at 3% inflation. With COLA, it stays $27,500 in real purchasing power forever. Pension plus TSP. A military member can also contribute to TSP and keep that separate from the pension. Example, retire with a $27,500 per year pension plus a $400,000 TSP account. The TSP can be used for early retirement access via 72T rule if you're under 59.5. Pension covers basic living expenses. TSP covers luxuries, healthcare buffer, and extra financial security. Comparison: military pension versus civilian 401k accumulation. For an E5 soldier earning $50,000 per year over a 20-year career, military pension scenario, start at age 22. Contribution required, $0. It's earned through service. 20-year accumulation growth, not applicable. The pension is a benefit, not an account. Retirement income, $25,000 per year for 40-plus years. Total lifetime value, over $1 million. Civilian 401k scenario also starts at age 22. Contribution, 5% annually, which is $2,500 per year. 20-year growth at 7% annual returns, roughly $250,000 account balance. Retirement income using 3.5% safe withdrawal rate, $8,750 per year. Total lifetime value, $250,000 initial, plus uncertain future growth depending on market. The difference, $25,000 per year versus $8,750 per year. Military pension equals over $1 million in additional lifetime wealth. Section 3. The VA loan and housing advantage. What is a VA loan? The Department of Veterans Affairs guarantees loans for home purchases for veterans and active duty military. Key features of VA loans. Feature 1, 0% down payment required. You can buy a $300,000 house with $0 down. Feature 2, no PME. No private mortgage insurance. PME normally costs $200 to $500 per month on conventional loans. Feature 3, no closing costs or the seller is required to pay them or the VA limits them. Feature 4, lower interest rates. VA loans often have interest rates 0.25 to 0.5% lower than conventional mortgages. Feature 5 can include energy-efficient improvements in the loan amount. Feature 6, assumption-friendly. The next owner can assume your VA loan at your interest rate, making the home easier to sell in high-rate environments. The real financial advantage. Let's do the math. Compare conventional loan versus VA loan. Conventional loan with 20% down, $300,000 house. 20% down equals $60,000 out of pocket upfront. Then monthly mortgage payment plus PMI. PMI equals roughly $300 per month. Over 15 years until you hit 20% equity and can drop PMI, 300 times 180 months equals $54,000. But if you carry PMI for the full 30-year mortgage, 300 times 360 months equals $108,000 in total PMI paid. VA loan with 0% down, same $300,000 house. $0 down payment, no PMI, ever. Just the mortgage payment. Savings calculation, $60,000 in down payment saved, plus $108,000 in PMI saved over 30 years, equals $168,000 in total direct savings. But wait, there's more. Opportunity cost. If that $60,000 had been invested in the stock market instead of used as a down payment at 7% annual returns for 30 years, $60,000 grows to roughly $457,000. That's the real advantage of the VA loan. You keep your cash invested. The lifetime housing advantage. The average service member buys 3 to 4 homes over their lifetime due to relocations and career progression. Each home purchase using a VA loan saves significant money. Each purchase saves $50,000 to $200,000 in down payments and PMI. Over 4 home purchases, $200,000 to $800,000 in cumulative savings. VA loan portability. The VA loan benefit can be used multiple times. You can buy a home, sell it, pay off the loan, and buy again using your VA benefit. Some service members use it 5 to 6 times in their lifetime. If used 5 times, that's $250,000 to $1 million in cumulative savings. Real example, the $1 million housing advantage. A service member buys 4 homes over 30 years using VA loans. Home 1 at age 25, $200,000 purchase. VA loan saves $50,000 in down payment and PMI over 10-year ownership. Home 2 at age 35, $350,000 purchase. VA loan saves $100,000. Home 3 at age 45, $500,000 purchase. VA loan saves $150,000. Home 4 at age 55, $600,000 purchase. VA loan saves $200,000. Total direct savings, $50,000 plus $100,000 plus $150,000 plus $200,000 equals $500,000. Plus the opportunity cost of not tying up that money in down payments and instead investing it equals over $1 million in total housing advantage. Section 4. The GI Bill, Other Benefits, and Total Lifetime Value. The GI Bill. Post 9/11 GI Bill. What the GI Bill covers: tuition and fees at any accredited public university up to the highest in state tuition rate. Housing allowance for students while attending school. Books and supplies stipend. Total value, roughly $200,000 to $300,000 for a 4-year degree. How it works in practice: a service member using the GI Bill receives $2,000 per month in BA, basic allowance for housing, while attending school. That's $24,000 per year in housing allowance. Tuition is covered at any public school. If attending a private school, they get a monthly check that covers the public school tuition amount, roughly $30,000 to $40,000 per year. Student covers the difference if they choose a more expensive private school. Books, $1,000 per year covered. Total per year, $24,000 BA plus $40,000 tuition plus $1,000 books equals $65,000 per year. Over 4 years, $260,000. The civilian student loan comparison. A civilian college student, $50,000 tuition plus $15,000 room, board, and books equals $65,000 per year cost. Same as military. Over 4 years, $260,000. Same total cost. But here's the difference. The civilian graduates with $200,000 plus in student loan debt. The military member graduates debt-free. If the military member had taken out loans for that same education, 10-year repayment at $2,000 per month equals $240,000 in total payments including interest. Military member saves $240,000 in loan repayments plus interest, plus the opportunity cost of that money being free to invest instead of paying down debt. Transferability. The hidden gem. If a military member has unused GI Bill benefits, they can transfer them to their spouse or children. This means parents can pay for their kids' college education without taking out student loans. Family wealth impact, $250,000 plus value per child. Times 2 to 3 children equals $500,000 to $750,000 in education funding for the next generation. Other benefits: healthcare for life, commissary, and more. VA healthcare, free healthcare for service-connected disabilities, low-cost healthcare for non-service-connected conditions, roughly $30 to $50 per month in copays. Compared to civilian, $200 to $500 per month for insurance plus copays plus deductibles. Lifetime value. If a retiree gets free or low-cost healthcare for 30 plus years, that's $100,000 to $200,000 plus in savings. Commissary and exchange shopping. Military members can shop at subsidized grocery stores called the commissary and tax-free stores called the exchange. Discounts: 10 to 30% on grocery items, 20 to 50% on clothes, electronics, and other goods. Annual savings, $1,000 to $3,000 for a family using these benefits regularly. Over 30-plus years, $30,000 to $90,000 in cumulative savings. Survivor Benefit Plan. SBP. Military members can elect to receive a slightly reduced pension in exchange for survivor benefits for their family. If they die, the family continues to receive pension payments. Value. For $50 per month premium, provides $25,000 per year in survivor income. This is insurance the military provides at a huge discount compared to private market life insurance. Disability benefits. If medically separated or retired with a service-connected disability, members receive monthly disability payments. These payments are tax-free. Plus, they keep the full pension with no reduction. This is unique to military. Value, $500 to $5,000 per month, tax-free for life, depending on disability rating. Summary of lifetime benefits for a 20-year military career. Let's add it all up. Here's the complete breakdown. Base pay and allowances with tax advantages over 20 years, $900,000. TSP employer match plus investment growth, $150,000. Healthcare savings versus civilian cost, $300,000. Pension, present value at retirement, $1 million. VA loan savings over multiple home purchases, $300,000. GI Bill value or transfer to family, $250,000. Commissary and exchange shopping savings, $40,000. Other benefits including disability and survivor benefit plan, $50,000. Total lifetime value, $2,990,000. Nearly $3 million in total benefits from a 20-year military career. Section 5. The trade-offs and who this is best for. The costs of military service. The trade-offs you need to understand. Trade-off 1. Lost civilian salary potential. A military E5 earns roughly $50,000 in base pay. A civilian with the same education and skills might earn $80,000 plus. Over 20 years, that's roughly $600,000 in higher civilian salary. But the military benefits are worth $3 million plus. Net result, still heavily in military's favor. Trade-off 2. Opportunity cost of time. 20 plus years committed to military service. You can't just change careers if you get bored. You've made a long-term commitment. Trade-off 3. Risk of deployment, injury, or death. This is serious and not quantifiable in financial terms. Not everyone is comfortable with this level of risk. Trade-off 4. Relocation. Military families move frequently based on duty station assignments. This makes spouse career transitions harder. Kids change schools often. Trade-off 5. Limited flexibility. You're not your own boss. You follow orders. There's a chain of command. This structure isn't for everyone. Who military service is best for? 6 types of people. Type 1. People without existing wealth or family support. The GI Bill means a poor kid can get a free college degree. The pension means they can retire at 42 with guaranteed income. Type 2. People who want guaranteed retirement income. The military pension is ironclad. The private sector has no equivalent. Type 3. People planning to buy homes. The VA loan benefit is unbeatable. 0 down, no pie, multiple uses. Type 4. People who like structure and clear career progression. Military provides a clear career path, automatic raises, defined benefits. No ambiguity about what you need to do to advance. Type 5. People who want low-stress early retirement. Retire at 42 with $25,000 per year pension, plus health benefits, plus VA loan home equity. That's a strong financial position for someone in their early 40s. Type 6. Families wanting education paid for the next generation. GI Bill transfer to kids equals free college for the next generation. Massive generational wealth builder. Who military service might not be best for. 4 types. Type 1. High-earning potential individuals. If you can make $200,000 plus per year in the private sector, military pay caps out. Even generals make around $200,000, and that requires 35 plus years. Type 2. People who value complete autonomy. Military has rules, chains of command, deployments. Not for everyone. Type 3. People with existing health issues. Military fitness standards are strict. Not everyone can meet them. Type 4. People already wealthy. If you already have $1 million plus in assets, the military benefits are less critical to your financial security. Quick recap. Military service provides roughly $3 million in lifetime financial benefits compared to a civilian equivalent career. The breakdown: pay plus allowances, $900,000. Pension, $1 million. TSP and healthcare, $450,000. VA loan benefits, $300,000. GI Bill, $250,000. Other benefits, $100,000. This is why military service is one of the best wealth-building decisions in America, especially for people starting from lower incomes without family wealth or support. But it comes with serious trade-offs: deployment risk, relocation, limited autonomy, time commitment. Understand both the financial benefits and the personal costs before making this decision. Subscribe for analysis on overlooked wealth-building opportunities. Like if this changes how you see military service. Comment: are you military, a veteran, or considering service? What's your experience with these benefits? Let's discuss. Thanks for watching. Full disclaimer: this content is for educational purposes only and does not constitute military recruitment, career counseling, or financial advice. I am not active duty military, a veteran, or a VA benefits counselor. The military benefits and financial calculations presented in this video are accurate as of 2026, based on publicly available information from military.com, VA.gov, and Department of Defense resources. However, VA rules change. TSP match rates can be adjusted by Congress. Healthcare benefits can be affected by budget decisions. Military pension formulas can be modified for future service members. Always verify current benefits at official sources, VA.gov, military.com, and your branch's official website. Military service involves serious risks that cannot be quantified financially. This includes deployment to combat zones, risk of injury, and risk of death. These risks are real and significant. Not everyone is physically or mentally suited for military service. Joining the military is a massive personal decision that goes far beyond financial considerations. Non-financial factors matter enormously: family separation, frequent relocations, following orders, loss of personal autonomy. Individual results will vary significantly. Your specific career path, rank progression, deployment history, and personal circumstances will affect the actual financial value you receive. These calculations are estimates based on average career progression and typical benefit usage. Your actual benefits may be higher or lower depending on your choices and circumstances. Healthcare cost comparisons are projections based on current civilian healthcare costs, which vary widely by state, age, and family size. VA loan savings depend on housing market conditions, interest rates, and how many times you use the benefit. GI Bill value depends on which school you attend and whether you transfer benefits to family members. Do not make a decision about military service based solely on this video or any YouTube content. Consult multiple sources. Talk to military recruiters from different branches. Talk to military career counselors. Talk to actual veterans about their experiences. Consult a financial advisor who understands military benefits and discuss with your family. Remember that military recruiters work for the military and have quotas to meet. Get multiple perspectives. This video is not sponsored by any branch of the military or the Department of Defense. I receive no compensation or recruitment incentive for producing this content. This is independent financial education only. Past military benefits do not guarantee future benefits. Congress can and does change military compensation and benefits. All calculations in this video assume current law and regulations as of 2026. Tax laws, pension formulas, and healthcare coverage can change at any time. Final reminder: military service is a serious personal decision with life-altering consequences. The financial benefits are real and substantial, as documented in this video. But they come with significant personal costs and risks that only you can evaluate for yourself. If you have questions about military service or benefits, contact official military resources, speak with veterans, and consult qualified career counselors and financial advisors. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.